Welcome back to my 4 weeks self-growth challenge to step into the new and true me and leave the old unwanted version of me behind. And I'm going to do that by focusing on whatever feels good to me, using my thoughts on purpose, and then coaching myself as I go by using the tools and the techniques I have and my experiences and everything that I need to know in order to make this happen. Because I think that the more I focus on feeling good, the more I will get to feel good about. So this new version of me will be giving more space, and the old version will have no room to exist in me after these 4 weeks, hopefully. Now, if you haven't already watched my first video, you definitely should do that before moving on to this one, because that will tell you everything you need to know about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And as promised, I will share with you as I go the reflections I do about what is working and what is making it difficult for me, and how I coach myself into better feelings in those moments. So here is the video from day 1. It's the end of day 1, and let me tell you, it has been a day, okay? You want to join, Lottie? No, she's napping. So I started off day 1 of this experiment by recording the first video at my parents' apartment, and I felt great after that because I had accomplished something, right? So I started off in a good way, and then on the way back home to my house, I did something I love doing and that always helps me get in the right mood. So what I did was, I have this main character energy playlist on my phone. And I love the concept of the main character energy. Like, you just picture yourself as the main character in a movie. And I just tell myself, like, I've gotten these instructions as an actress to have a lot of confidence and just have a great effing day. So I just sat on the boat and I did my walk with this great happy music on my ears, pretending to be this main character of a very happy movie, and I loved it. Everything I saw was beautiful, and my frequency or vibe just went up in the air. I was flying high and feeling so good, and I was like, this experiment is going great. And then I got home after the store, and everything kind of started going downhill from there, because I also think I had set a bit too high expectations for the day, because I started off my day with this productive energy, like, I'm doing this, I'm focusing on what feels good to me, and I'm nailing it, and I'm gonna get so much fun stuff done today and feel good, and this is no problem at all. And then when I got back home and reality kind of hit me, like all the chores I needed to do, I was going to do some garden work, I was going to do dishes. So I got home and I ate some cake leftovers since I had my birthday a couple of days ago. And I didn't really eat anything very nutritious or good for me. That was like the first thing I did wrong, I think. And after that, I kind of just got grumpy and tired, and I wanted to just take a nap. But then my inner voice started telling me, you have so much stuff to be done, and why are you getting grumpy now? You're in this experiment to feel as good as possible, so you're doing it wrong. You need to step out of it. You need to get your shit done, all of that. And I just got so exhausted from these thoughts. So I thought, well, I'm going to go for a walk, because that never disappoints. So I put on my jacket, and then I just turn around in the door and I say, F it. I don't want to go for a walk. I'm tired. So I go to bed and I take a nap in the middle of the day, and I sleep for, I think, about over an hour. And I wake up again, and instead of letting myself just enjoy the fact that I could take a nap in the middle of the day, having the ability to do that and just chill with it, I keep beating myself up about that again, going back to all the stuff that I was supposed to be doing that day and all of that. And I just felt lousy. But then I remembered, what am I here to do? Versus what are you doing to yourself right now? You're doing the exact opposite, and you know how these thoughts affect your mood. And you know that you're focusing on lack of things and not doing things. You know that you will only get more shit to feel bad about if you do that. So I just kind of gave myself a mental slap. And then I said to myself, step out of it. What are you doing? You started off your day by doing something great. You actually posted something and you decided to do something good for yourself. That's amazing. And then you come home and it's a Saturday. No one is home. You have the freedom to take a nap if you want to. You can do whatever you want. You don't have any work. You don't have anything that needs to be done in this moment. Why are you not allowing yourself to be grateful for the fact that you could just chill and feel good? So I think I'll sum up, if I were to say something I did wrong today or something that put me in a bad mood and led me away from the goal of my experiment, was to have too many expectations. And I'm really good at that. Especially when I started off in a good way and decided to do this experiment. It's so easy to just think of all the good things I'm going to do and all the good feelings I'm going to have, and then I picture my whole day in a very specific way. And that's kind of putting myself up for failure, right? Because if I then don't do all of these things, I will be disappointed in myself. So, note to self is try to not set so many expectations and just be open to whatever comes to me, and focus on the fact that feeling good is more important than doing things. And I can feel good internally without that feeling good coming from me doing all of these actions, right? And number 2 is very related to that. It's about taking the path of least resistance and then not beating yourself up about taking the path of least resistance. Because I actually did that today. I took the path of least resistance when I found that your mood is too lousy and your energy is too low to go for a walk or do these chores right now. So the path of least resistance for you in this moment is to just take a nap, because that will also kind of zero out the momentum of the bad energy that I've got going. When I sleep, I start over again, so that's a good thing. And that's been very hard for me before, because taking the path of least resistance can sometimes feel like you're lazy, right? And it's not. It's actually a great way to feel better when I remind myself that my main goal is just to feel as good as possible, unrelated to anything specific. My theory is that the better I feel, no matter about what, the more I will get to feel good about. So it doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't have to be me going for a walk for me to feel better. I can take a nap and feel better. So it's a good thing taking the path of least resistance when I don't zero it out by giving myself shit about it afterwards, like I did today. You're lazy. You should be doing this and this instead. Why are you sleeping? Why is your energy so low when you started off so great, etc., etc. So today's main lessons: take the path of least resistance and do it with the best conscience possible. Don't beat yourself up about it. Applaud yourself for giving yourself what you need in that moment. And then don't set your expectations too high. Just be open for whatever comes, because it's not good for me if I decide that doing these and these and these things and experiencing this and that will make me feel good. Then I'm sort of leaving it up to chance or external circumstances. But my whole point, what I preach here that I need to practice, is the best way to feel good is without attaching it to these outcomes or external circumstances that it's hard to control. It's so much better to just feel good from within. So now I feel a lot better before I go to bed because I've done these reflections. And that's also a great thing, to just reflect on what went good and what I could have changed or done better before I go to bed, because I always see that there's something to learn from it. So tomorrow, hopefully, I will keep this fresh in mind, and I'm feeling good now as I go to bed.